matter will not end. And when I say this matter will not end, I mean for real. I'm going to quickly go through this write-up so that you guys will know that there is fire on the mountain. Edochie is a man divided between different pathways. He wants to have this, he wants to have that, he wants to muscle on this. Well, Georgina Onoa replied Edochie, but first let us start with what Edochie wrote. God works in mysterious ways. Marrying a second wife has brought me blessings and also elevated my two lovely wives. Sometimes it takes the things we see as disappointments to happen for elevation to come. It happened many times in the Bible, just like the case of Joseph. I am a man after God's heart. I am like King David in the Bible. I communicate with my God and he guides me every day. I wronged my wife May from the way I went about it, and I have apologized to her sincerely from the bottom of my heart. But in the eyes of God, things are different. God blesses differently. His ways are not our ways. Our destinies are different. Do not be deceived by the white man's culture. Same white people that condemn polygamy are encouraging men to marry their fellow men. In the end, judgment is for God. Now, do you guys pick this one? Do you pick that part where I have been saying, reiterating that Edochie went about it wrong? He went about it wrong and he said, I have apologized. Now, if he had not taken time to listen to this channel, to listen to analysis, to listen to advice, suggestion, also to read your comment, you think he would have accepted that he wronged her apart from the polygamy of it, the way he went about it, apart from getting someone else pregnant, the way he went about it, very important. Let us continue. Even white people don't understand God fully. Nobody does. Actually, that's why he remains God. Many great men in the Bible had one wife. Many great men in the same Bible also had more than one wife. And if that happens to me, to be your destiny, God will elevate you and elevate all that concerns you through it. My wife May just signed her first endorsement deal, something that never happened all these years. And this came from what many saw as a disappointment. I have realized that God's ways are different. Many more deals will come to her because she's a wonderful person. So is my wife, Judy. I want you guys to take note of that. Judy, wife. Judy, wife. She has also been elevated, now widely known. Her career is bigger with a whole lot going for her as well. Let me not even talk about myself. My stardom has tripled. Edochie, where did your star triple to? Did it triple down or triple up? Because there are different ways of tripling things. My name is being mentioned in places it never got to before. That's true. But for what? To what end? My children are blessed. Okay, summary. The ways of God are different. Our destinies are not the same. You may not understand another man's destiny, and that's because you are not supposed to accept your own. If God gives you more than one wife, it will come with blessings and elevation. Run your race and put God first in all you do. He speaks to each of us differently. Love and peace to all. These are the words, the writings of Edochie. Yeah, these are the words and the writings of Edochie. But we are going to press further. Let us look at what Georgina Onoa wrote. My dearest brother Edochie, I appreciate that you acknowledge you wronged your wife, May Edochie. And I don't recall anyone saying marrying a second wife is a crime. Our culture permits that, and some Christians take more than one wife. There is a reason they say process and intent matter. It is one thing to impregnate another woman, adultery, while you are still married without discussing with your wife your desire to marry a second wife, which our traditions demand. Since you're quoting our tradition or traditions on polygamy, have you forgotten there are rules for such engagements? Most of us have parents who were born into polygamy. Who will tell you that their mothers brought a new wife home for their husband, which is a sign of her giving her blessings to her husband? I bet you know that is our culture and tradition. Taking a second wife because you impregnated her while still married is not noble. It is called adultery, and God punished most great men in the Bible. You are quoting for such acts. Marry the same woman without the knowledge of your wife until she finds out on social media via a blog is the worst kind of betrayal of trust. There is nothing noble in what you did. You don't force polygamy on people when they are not prepared for it. Give them an option. Not everyone has the grace to be a polygamist. So, both traditionally and scripturally, you failed. Don't justify your indiscretions with impunity by citing religion and tradition. On both counts, you failed. Abraham, our father in faith, got thumbs up from his wife Sarah to lay with Agar, the slave girl. God punished David when he slept with Bathsheba and killed their first firstborn out of that adultery. So many examples in the Bible regarding adultery and its consequences. What you did not glorify our culture and tradition. No, not at all. Because it was done with impunity, with a total disregard for the humanity of your wife. Deep. With a total disregard for the humanity of your wife. I bet if the table was turned, you wouldn't be singing the same song of getting more fame and I getting endorsement. What it shows is that you have no respect for her and for yourself and kids. I hope you find peace and rest. Zukwanike. Zukwanike. You see, these are deep things. These are deep. These are deep, deeper than the deepest. And here we are. Edochie is saying that May should just quickly take off and erase his surname Edochie from ours and ask our family to return the bride price. And also, since she's the one that signed and requested, she started the divorce. That's all. If that's what you want, to hell. This is 2024. I ain't gonna take this no more. This is what Edochie is saying. Yeah, this is what Edochie is saying. This is how serious it is at this time, at this moment. Edochie said 2024 is a year of violence that he is not going to accept. He's not going to agree. He's not going to go through proxy. He said he's going to talk. He's going to open his mouth. He's going to do what he needs to do without covering for nobody. Remember what he said, that May went for some enlargement of some parts of her body and tucked in some part of her body without telling him about it. And he said this was obviously paid for by another man that she was seeing. I don't know what you guys think about this one. Drop your comment because it's about to get hotter.